to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for them.
Their situation bears watching. Anytime you're missing this many players, it changes a lot of things.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. The perimeter pairing is White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. And for the Hornets, they've got Williams. Miles Bridges is out there with Josh Green. Then there's Seth Curry. And it's Simpson in at point guard. On paper, Clark, this is a mismatch, but the game is played on the floor.
I see where you're going with that, B.A., but I look at the talent disparity between these teams. It's wide and deep. It's a chasm. I see no opportunity for any kind of surprise here.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Here's Simpson. Here's Williams. No good there. Great D that time from Porzingis. Outside Holiday. Three-pointer. Knocks down the long J.
Well, that assertive, confident attitude. I mean, Holiday knew as the pass was coming his way that he was going to catch it and let it go quickly.
Now here's Bridges. Porzingis grabs the board. White on the wing. He's covered by Curry. Brown passes to White. On the wing, Tatum from the arc. And again, Boston with the triple.
Really smooth release from Tatum on that three. Makes that shot look effortless.
Here's Simpson. Boston pulls it in. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Tatum feeling it out a bit. Brown passes to Porzingis. Outside Holiday. And here's Brown for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
When JB is on from here, it really boosts his team.
For Charlotte, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Pass to Williams. Bridges outside. Porzingis grabs the board. Boston's gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Here's White. An easy 2 on the layup.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And it's hammered home by Green.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He wants to review the game plan.
On the court, your Heights Squad.
Charlotte making a change here. Smith's checked in. Cadis checked in for Boston. Here's Smith. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
If Smith plays bigger than his size, he's got great bounce, and it helps him make plays there on the inside.
Pass to Holiday. Launches it. And again, Boston with the triple.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
Here's Simpson. No points so far. Drops in the three.
That's how you up the ante. Comes right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Tatum, shot is good.
Tell you what, Tatum using his length for positioning inside, able to operate well in the paint.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
Bridges hits them both. Clark, you look at the scoring ability of Miles Bridges. Most nights, he feels like he has an advantage.
And I would agree with that when you think about defenders trying to slow down Miles Bridges. Most guys are either too slow or not strong enough to deal with him. As a result, he's able to make it tough for just about anybody who guards him.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well, and when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Now here's Porzingis. Shot from the low post is good.
Boy, you know, guys, the combination of strength and height for Porzingis allowing him to take on physical defense much better.
With the drive.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. We've got 1:13 left in the first. Pass to Shireman. Out to the right wing. The three is up. Nails it from beyond the arc.
You know, Horford is really good and selective at when he needs to be aggressive and when he needs to move the ball.
Here's Curry. Some solid defense from Holiday.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focus all the way through the play.
Horford outside. Pass to Shireman from outside the arc. Yes, great play by Horford to set him up. Shireman's got 6 points.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Smith. Nurkic passes to Smith. That one goes. Count it.
We got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
To the middle. Out to Horford. Pass to Hauser. For 3. And the Celtics another 3.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions. When he gets room like that, look out, because he will score.
Derek White getting it done for the Boston Celtics. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back to the game after this break. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance from the Celtics so far.
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. We've got Al Horford. He's out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Shireman in at the 2. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Nurkic, and Pritchard pulls it down. Boston leading by 20. Pass to Shireman. Horford outside. Here's Hauser. Tatum inside. And he converts the layup. Tatum's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And Jason Tatum was fearless on that finish. Went right through the contact.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Here's Okogie. Boston pulls it in. Outside Tatum. With the floater. And he lays it up and in. Tatum's got 9.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Who wants a t-shirt? Make some noise! Fans, the loudest section gets free t-shirts. Let's see who's the loudest. T-shirt time! Hey fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise!
So So it's both teams making substitutions here. Clark, one topic that gets its share of attention, illegal screens.
And with good reason, because guys are bigger, stronger, a lot of pick and roll action. So you've got to be more diligent in cracking down on those screens that are illegal. The game is extremely fluid. Guys are in constant motion. But I think it's a hard call to make consistently, but the officials have to keep working at it.
The shot by Diabate, no good. The Celtics have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Pass to Keita. Lets the three fly. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, "It sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling." Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. Here's Pritchard. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Cornet. Sinks the tray. Cornet's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Not the best three-point shooter in the league, but he's got enough skill that you can't just let him fire it up.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt. Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Here's Keita. Yet to see a basket. Back to Horford. Pass to Keita. Good, and it's Horford who picks up the assist.
Horford, clearly one of the better passing bigs in the league, adds a nice wrinkle to his team's offense.
Well, with the Hornets, they're still seeking their first NBA title, Clark.
Yep, and you think about all the talent that's come through the Queen City, BA. Playoff success has eluded them. I mean, hopefully it's just a matter of time before their fans have something to cheer about.
Timeout call, the Hornets. So both teams making some changes here. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Diabate. He's covered by Holiday.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Driving inside, fires the 3, and again, Boston with the triple.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Now here's Williams, still without a bucket. Again, the miss by the Hornets.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
Tatum from long range. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one, doing it all.
Here's Curry. It's deflected. Left side, Holiday. Diabate grabs the board. Charlotte has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Curry, that's good.
And, you know, he's going to take that shot every time. The defense has to respect him from the mid-range.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Keita. They kick it out to Porzingis. Here's the three. And again, Boston with the triple.
I think you've got to run Porzingis off of his shots. I mean, you can't let him get comfortable because he'll knock him down.
Here's Simpson. The shot comes out. Tatum with some nice D. Here's Holiday. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Holiday's got 11 points.
You know, Drew Holiday has so many great attributes, but I think maybe perhaps the best one is his mindset. He's even-keeled, he competes at a high level, and he never backs away from a challenge.
Here's Tatum. 12 points for him. Cornet in the post. Williams defending. Soft touch off the glass.
Leaving absolutely nothing on the table right now. Their focus and execution has been outstanding.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
And that's as good a look as he's going to get. He's just got to shake that one off and keep it moving.
And there's the drive. Count the basket.
That's a terrific play and a good sign. This team needs Porzingis to facilitate as well as score the ball.
From the line. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Holiday up top. 4 seconds left. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 4 assists in the game.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And so it's Boston showing no mercy and just piling it on, looking dominant and focused right now. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. Back after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Drew Holiday.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Here's Charlotte. Miles Bridges is out there with Green. Then there's Seth Curry. Then there's Mark Williams. And it's Simpson in at the 1. That's the Hornets 5. Simpson's gone 2 for 3 from deep. Outside Tatum. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Tatum's got 15.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Bridges misses. And Tatum's got the ball here for Boston. Holiday from long range. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
3 points.
Tatum's got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Yep, that one's good.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Here's Simpson, and he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. 10 points for him. Boston has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. On the wing, Holiday takes the three. Hornets with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Simpson. Hey, expanding his range. The rebound, Celtics. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Brown with it. Here's White. And the Celtics tack on 2 more.
Well, it's so good to see White growing in confidence with his offensive game and not hesitating at all to shoot the perimeter shot.
On the attack, Green. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Brown. Boston on offense. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Tatum, like most players, is best when he's aggressive and attacking the basket.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
The Celtics have got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. White, the pass to Brown. Three-pointer, Holiday. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one.
This isn't a shot Holiday will pass up. He's a reliable three-point shooter.
Curry passes to Williams. Here's Simpson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's on Drew Holiday. Charlotte shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Diabate's checked in for Bridges. A big group substitution here for Boston. Horford, he's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Craig comes in for White. Hauser, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Pritchard is subbed in for Holiday. Boston has gone 3 of 4 from outside in the second half. Tatum passes to Craig. 4-3. Williams grabs the board. Charlotte has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Charlotte again missing. The Celtics have gotten 6 of 8 shots to go and looking good since the break. That one drops for them.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Pass to Williams. Oh, he tries a 3. Outside for Green. Here's Diabate. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
A brilliant dunk. And he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home.
Either that, guys, or he wanted the photographers to get a good shot of it.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
There's Tatum with the 3. And the Celtics another 3.
Tatum's got a nice jump shot. When he's in rhythm, you feel like he's going to make it every time he shoots it.
Pass to Diabate. Good work there as it goes. Diabate's got 4 points now in the quarter.
In the NBA, you let anyone shoot inside 5 feet, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage.
Horford can't hit. And for Charlotte, they're shooting just around 32% from the field. They get the rebound. Curry off with the layup. So it's Boston now. Horford outside. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Horford's got his first 2 points.
And that's Horford for you. I mean, that's what he does. He's a guy who brings toughness and great concentration to what he does in the paint.
Inside, the kick out, Curry. This one for three. Hauser grabs the board.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Yeah, stretching that defense all the way to the sidelines. Tatum with a nice shot.
Here's Curry. Tries again. And it's good on the lay-in. Curry's got his third basket on the night right there.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Tatum passes to Hauser. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got assist number 7 tonight.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for the Boston Celtics. What a game from deep, making 5 trays. We'll be back in a moment. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Al Horford out there with Luke Cornett. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Peterson in at the 2.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
For 3, Smith. He drops it from range.
A dead-eye shooter. Nick Smith is great from three-point land. That might be his biggest asset to this team.
Here's Cornett. That one goes in.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Well, the Hornets shooting 32% for this game. Not what they're hoping for. Here's Smith. And count it. Now 5 for 7. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Peterson. Here's Hauser. And again, Boston with the triple.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Here's Smith. Boston pulls it in. Cornett passes to Hauser. On the take. Second shot opportunity. Cornett with the bucket. Cornett's got 4 points this quarter.
Making the most of that possession. Unwilling to give up on the play.
Pass to Okogie. The 3 is up. And it's Cornett with a rebound. The Celtics have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Here's Pritchard. Horford right side. Here's Hauser. No good from outside. The Hornets have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. And Nurkic throws it down.
Oh, the big man, Nurkic, from super close range.
Pass to Peterson. Horford for 3. Drains the triple.
Imagine how much bigger this lead might be if he were a little more selfish.
Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Tillman's checked in for Cornett. Jason Tatum comes in for Horford. Walsh is checked in for Hauser. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Pritchard. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Shot's good by Simpson.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Pass to Tillman. To the paint. Here's Peterson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Peterson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Curry with it. Here's Simpson. The three-pointer off the mark.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make them.
Good on the bucket.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Pass to Bridges. There's the triple. That shot off. The Celtics have gotten 7 of 9 from the floor in this fourth. Outside Holiday. The three ball. Called in by Curry. Curry's got 5 rebounds in the game. Now Smith. Back to Curry. Here's Simpson. Off target from outside. Boston has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. Holiday from long range. Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
To halt the run. Rebound Boston.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Pass to Tillman. Here he goes, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
This is why guys love playing with Holiday. I mean, because of how unselfish he is.
The Hornets have gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. Tries to break his ice. Holiday grabs the miss. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Celtics.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Celtics.
Seemed like the sheer volume of three-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they'd hit one and then just dial it up again. And it worked.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jason Tatum.
I think his biggest contribution may have been on the boards. He kept plays alive and denied second chances.
Fires from deep. Sinks it from distance.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
It's Holiday with a drive. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Miles Bridges.
Hey, when in doubt, go hard to the rim. I love the mentality from Holiday. Gets him to the line.
That's good from Holiday. Green's checked in for Charlotte. Holiday hits them both.
Holiday really is a soft-spoken guy on and off the court. Leads by example, is extremely reliable and talented, and his teammates have great respect for him because of it.
To get back on track, that's good from Curry on the assist from Williams. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. Holiday taking his time here. Stolen by Bridges. Here's Simpson. Outside for Green. Takes a three. Fires in the triple. Here's Pritchard. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
Jason, congrats on the win. How do you prepare yourself to carry such a big scoring load for this team?
Just a lot of hard work. You know, my teammates trusting me and vice versa. So, you know, we do a good job whoever is hot, you know, getting them the ball and just making the right play, whatever it is.
That's what's great about this team. It could be anybody's night. Thanks, Jason.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. And now, time for our player of the game, Jason Tatum.